So when I recorded my video about Doom yesterday, I was having a great time, and I missed some of the anti-immigration rhetoric that was being spoken by the computer in Doom. However, the SJWs didn't, and they are bloody angry. This is an article from One Angry Gamer, and if you don't know One Angry Gamer, you should do. If you care about video games at all, follow this guy on social media, check out his articles. He's fantastic. I've followed him for years, and he has been ethically sound the whole time. I have not one complaint. I think it's a guy called Billy who runs it, and not one complaint about the guy. He has been spot on the whole time. Anyway, during the gameplay reveal of Doom Eternal at this year's QuakeCon in Grapevine, Texas, at the Gaylord Texas Resort and Convention Center, that can't be real. I bet it's fucking real. There was a comment during the demonstration about demons being mortally challenged, and that didn't sell too well with social justice warriors. We'll skip over that because that was in the previous video. There are a couple of gender-fluid Twitter users who likely removed she from their pronouns list after watching that video. The comments about the demons, however, are made by a blue hologram that looks very similar from Cortana from Halo. Throughout the demonstration, she mentions a number of comments that SJWs construed as anti-SJW, such as, "My brothers and sisters, let's help make our friends transition into our world a comfortable one. Remember, demon can be an offensive term, refer to them as mortally challenged, and Earth is the melting pot of the universe." Well, well, well. Now, it doesn't take a genius to realise that this is obvious satire about far-left rhetoric regarding immigrants. While the native people of Germany have started calling them rape-fugees, everyone on the far left thinks the immigrants didn't do nothing, and there's no particular problem, even though migrant crime soared after Germany took in so many migrants. It's a very entertaining form of social commentary, in my opinion, and it does have roots in reality. Well, far leftists who don't have to live with Middle Eastern migrants weren't happy about that. They weren't happy at all. And when they're not happy, I'm having a great time. Social justice warriors took offence to this, claiming that it was racist, anti-immigration, and a gross anti-SJW dog whistle. Oh my days. That must really suck for them. That there's a company that's not on board with far-left rhetoric, and they're actually going to give people what they want, which is a pastiche of your bullshit. Not sure what to think of Doom Eternal having not one but two anti-SJW jokes in it. Or maybe you can just fuck off, Robin. Have you considered just fucking off? What happened to leaning into Nazi punching and the like? The Nazis are gone, Robin. The Nazis aren't the problem that everyone faces now. Doom and Wolfenstein 2 seem pretty self-aware of subtext, so I have trouble reading this trailer as anything but a dog whistle. Yeah, and you guys dog whistle to the communists all the time. Get fucked. Demon can be an offensive term. What is it with game devs and bad jokes? That's not funny, that's irritatingly out of touch. Or is it? Seems to have been widely well received as far as I can see, but then I don't hang out with a bunch of far-left snowflakes. Demon can be an offensive term. I hate that. Deal with it. Cry me some social justice warrior tears. I didn't expect the team at ID Software to use Doom Eternal to explore themes of immigration, but here we are. I didn't either, and I'm really glad they did. In my opinion, Doom 2016 was fun and the irreverent tone was refreshing. But whatever challenged in melting pot jokes are super bad taste at a time when ICE has become the new Gestapo and white supremacists are trying to stir up mass anti-immigration sentiment. ICE is not the new Gestapo unless you think that their countries are shitholes and being returned to them is the same as being sent to a fucking concentration camp. Which, spoiler alert, it's not, you lunatic. I watched the gameplay for the new Doom game, and I can't be the only one who noticed the very obvious anti-immigration rhetoric, right? Juxtaposing political announcements like Earth is the melting pot of the universe with images of a hell-blasted Earth overrun by demons. There's no way that you can lampoon pro-immigration stances by putting them within the context of a genocidal, demonic invasion from hell and read it as anything other than reactionary and racist. Well, which race is being offended here? Is it just the race of immigrant, is it? The Poles, the Middle Easterners, the Sub-Saharan Africans, South Americans, Chinese, they're all basically the same race, aren't they? They're all just immigrant. This isn't projection or anything. Immigrants are vicious, violent, animalistic, and will destroy society, is and always has been anti-immigrant rhetoric, and seeing it in a huge, big-budget, anticipated game like this, broadcasted to an audience of tens of thousands is bad. For you. Because you want to destroy Western civilization. You hate white, patriarchal, meritocratic civilization because you're a fucking useless piece of shit. No wonder you want to bring in everyone and their grandmother from everywhere else on Earth. You hate our civilization, and you know you do. If pressed on it, you'd be like, well, God, everyone in our history is just a racist. Like, the people in other cultures aren't racist. Like, people in other cultures never did anything bad, but you would put everything bad that ever happened in the world on the shoulders of the West and say, right, the West needs to go. How about you get fucked? None of these people have a right to be in our countries, so they can't come. Do you understand? They can stay at home. End of story. Cassie. Wow, I was actually pretty interested in Doom until they started pulling this anti-immigration bullshit. Go figure. Yeah, sure you were, sweetheart. Doom Eternal looks good, but I hope they've adjusted the locked-in arena combat stuff. It was too obvious what was about to happen. The bit with the NPCs is great. Some vaguely concerning satire, using the language surrounding immigration and minorities for the demons. Well, yeah, I mean, you can't demonize the demons, can you? What did the demons ever do wrong? I was really looking forward to this, but now I'm not sure if I can support the game in good conscience. Well, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should go and protest. Some people say that SJWs and political correctness have ruined gaming. That's true. But I start to get the feeling that Doom Eternal might be the first where the opposite is true. Yes, it might be the first game where the developers say, you know what, we're actually interested in what our audience has to say, not a bunch of SJW gatekeepers who are busy trying to destroy the industry for their own political gains. You can get fucked. Good job, ID Software. I'm looking forward to the next game by Rockstar, to be honest. Are there any games that have come out that have been influenced by anti-SJW culture? It would make sense considering how much it's ruined gaming culture in general. I just can't think of any examples of it in actual games. Well, okay, stop you there. You considered every single game to be an anti-feminist game until the invasion of the SJWs into gaming. But Elam Muck says, you should check out Kingdom Come Deliverance and the hoopla around it. Its creator is an openly anti-Muslim gamer-gator and it shows in his work. Yes, Daniel Vavra is a man of extreme principle. It's one of the reasons I bought his game. The second reason is because it's a bloody good game at that. One Twitter user pointed out that everyone calling the satirical nature of the hologram's comments racist and anti-immigration because it means the SJWs see foreigners as destructive, violent demons. The point of the political correctness stuff in Doom's demo footage is to show how modern immigration rhetoric could be adopted to justify a literal demonic invasion. It's funny and poignant. If you see the jokes about demons as being about actual people of colour, that's kind of racist. It's a good point. Either way, I'm really looking forward to Doom Eternal. I think it looks great, and I like I said in the previous one, I've always been a fan of Doom. And the footage you can see in the background here is me having a blast through brutal Doom after someone recommended it yesterday. It's pretty great, but let's be honest, Doom has always been about toxic masculinity. There's no way the social justice warriors can accept it, and you know it.